Alrighty, guys. Ding, ding, ding. There is the bell. Man, the market today is actually setting up pretty well. I'm loving the movement out of NIO. They got a $2.2 billion investment from an investor from Abu Dhabi. I almost said Saudi Arabia. It's Abu Dhabi. $2.2 billion. This thing popped up this morning pretty well. To be real, though, it's almost all the way back to the downside, so kind of shitty in that regard, but hey, it's up a little bit right now. The NIO 9-strike calls that we picked up on the big money plays over the past couple weeks are popping off, so that's looking badass. We got the 9-strike calls and the 750 strike calls. $2 million big money plays over the past couple months. In November, it was the 9 strikes. In December, it was the 750 strikes. They're picking these up. We're seeing NIO start to really run up here. So let's go. This is looking fire. What's up, Jason? Good morning, Mason. Lefty. Tank Daddy Dallas. Manny Xbox Top G. What's up, guys? Smash that like button. Let's get those likes up. But yeah, the market's not doing too bad today. Let's check in on Boeing. This stock has been non-stop over the past few weeks. It's been a favorite now that it keeps going for everybody. I can't believe X on the chart. I forgot about this one, guys. X is up 26%. They're actually getting bought out, I believe, at like $55 or $54 a share by somebody. Let me look up that news really quick. X news. Let's see. Oh, of course everyone's talking about Twitter's X. US Steel. Yep. Okay, Nippon is the company buying them. I think Nippon. I think that's how you say it. It's from Japan. $14.9 billion deal. But they're going to be buying US Steel, or ticker symbol X. I can't believe the US Steel is getting bought out by a Japanese company. That's pretty whack. Poor US Steel. These poor guys. They started out with Andrew Carnegie back in the day. Oh, man. Andrew Carnegie's company is getting bought out by Japanese steel company. That's wild, guys. That is wild. Andrew Carnegie must be, I don't know, pissed off in the grave. Oh. That's too bad. Yep, Pittsburgh-based US Steel. Too bad. All right, Tesla, there we go. Tesla, guys, getting a key breakout here. All right, we're starting to definitely see the trend break on Tesla, guys. The long-term trend is starting to break. Let's fucking go. This is going to be awesome for Tesla. Make sure you guys keep this on the radar for today and for the next couple days. Boy, it is looking fire out there. That is huge, guys. Let's go, Tesla. Good break there. Breaking 255, which was key resistance. It actually didn't break it. It kind of touched it and moved back down a little bit. Wow. Steve said, need your live stream for NIO. I think it means Japan. The company's name means Japan? That's weird. What's up, Jason? Joe, nice to see you. Wow, I can't believe the way Tesla's running right now. That movement on the breakout is actually really, really fire. I'm loving this movement on them. That trend break is looking amazing on the chart. Wow.
I'm gonna kill you for this.
Let's go, Tesla. I bet SurgeBot's calling this one out. Let's see. Nope, Surge doesn't have it. I'm surprised. Maybe the calls are already too expensive. Probably why. Yeah, there have been a lot of other runs lately on very similar trend breaks to this. It's actually the real name. Oh, wow, okay. Japan is just what Westerners dub them because they butchered. I see. I see. Japan. Yeah, I got no idea, but that's a good piece of info, though, Taru. Oh, interesting. King said AMD tanked. Let's see. AMD to the downside, really? Yeah, it's rejecting at 140 in a huge, huge way. Let's bring up the book map on AMD. 140, 22,000 shares stacked there now. There's a lot under here. Above 43,000 at 141. Like, damn. That's quite a bit there. AMD, yeah, definitely looking a little bit bad, though. With that rejection, looks rough. NVIDIA is trying to climb. 496 resistance, that they really had a good morning overall, I'd say, at NVIDIA. Wow. I mean, they're nearing 500 bucks again, guys. They're getting really close to that all-time high. Interesting. Boeing doing nothing today. How about the bank? Citigroup. There we go. Starting to trend back up again. Nice, Citi. Nice, nice, nice. It's looking good. Excuse me, guys. Thoughts on Amazon today? Let's see. AMZN. Whoa. Yeah, looking pretty good. You know, this was, I think we talked about this one last night quite a bit. It's looking pretty good. Let me double check. Yeah, this was in my plays from yesterday. On yesterday's video, so I'm glad to see Amazon getting up above this level. Looking great. Good breakout by them. Go to the daily chart. They've been kind of stuck here in the mud for a little bit, but let's go look at X, or like US Steel, right? I want to show you. Like, they were on just a pretty solid uptrend, right? Like, it was just like slowly stair-stepping up and etc. Amazon's starting to do that same thing. You know, it had this point of consolidation here, and now it's starting to break that to the upside, and it'll probably consolidate and stair-step like a lot of the other stocks. But let's go, Amazon. Let's go. This is actually fire on the chart. Wow. That's one of the most fire charts I think I've ever seen. Look at this hit right here on Amazon, guys. Look at the red arrow. pointing to this. I mean, that is pretty spot on. I wish I would have noticed that earlier on the Amazon chart, but great movement here. They broke recently 145. That was a great break. Now they're really breaking that 150 area. They're saying, F you, we're getting out of here. That is fire, though, Amazon. Nice. Citigroup still going here. The bank stock coming back alive off this 49.50 support. Good movement back up. Like to see that. Come on, Netflix. Let's see. Oh my God, Netflix. Just about to a new yearly high. Man. Hit me out of nowhere, I swear. How's SPY doing itself, though? That's the big question. Nice. It's looking pretty good. We're getting that little trend break from last week. There's good support here around 469 and 470. So I'm really happy with the way SPY is holding up today. I like these red arrows that we have. Well, I shouldn't say I like the red arrows, but we put some red arrows here showing you the support. It's looking great. I even drew a nice purple trend line. We were breaking that into this morning, and it's setting up very, very nicely for us. How are the oil stocks? I see ZOM on the watch list there. These ones have been pretty hot lately too. ZOM, Oxy. Nice, okay. CCJ is also starting to look a little bit better. I know this stock is still fire though. It's around all-time highs. But I'm watching for it to break this recent range it's been in. It's been stuck. And once we start to move out of here, I think that there's going to be a lot of opportunities on uranium. Got to check out this old stock I used to look at sometimes called ET, or Energy Transfer. You guys haven't heard of this one. It has a super high dividend, but don't let it fool you. It's like 9%, but it's kind of because the company's kind of been shitty. You know, I mean, look at the performance since 2013. It's really done nothing but just go down. It does go up for a little while here and there, but ends up falling off. Kind of interesting though with ET. Just was checking in on the movement. That's all. I would not buy it for the dividends. That's for sure. Let's go, NIO. Danielson said. Hell yeah. What's SP? SP plus. Interesting. Whoa. Let's go, NIO. I know him. Let's go, NIO. I hope it goes more. Honestly, it needs to turn back around. I had that big investment, but now it's coming right back down. Looking a little bit rough intraday. I think that it'll start to come back, though, guys. It's Xbox says it's only supposed to go up. I love it. I love that. But yeah, it should only go up, hopefully. I'm really hoping, you know, that it stays at least above 8 here. That'd be nice. Like, you know how we use $7 as support for a while? This will be nice here. Costco's ripping, Christian said. COST, Costco. Yeah, 671. Nice. It really is ripping. Look at the daily. Gosh, dang. So guys, I actually did something over the weekend that I don't normally do, and you guys are gonna probably laugh at me. Over the weekend, I actually went to Sam's Club, and I don't usually go out to the Sam's Club or Costco because it's like an hour away. But I went to Sam's Club, and I don't think that I've been to a store that has been more of a nut house than that store. I'm not kidding you when I say it was just like sardines or like cattle being herded. There were so many people at this Sam's Club. The line even to check out was like halfway through the store. I was just blown away at like what I was witnessing there. Maybe it's because it's like Christmas time or something, but I really was just blown away. Blown totally away. All right, though. Boeing's starting to fall back. Netflix ripping. Nice, Netflix. Costco, though, still, though, that's an amazing chart. The Costco by me probably would have been even more crowded. But, wow, Costco. That is a nice move by them. I gotta just take a screenshot of the chart just to appreciate it a little bit. That is pretty wild. That is wild. We actually had a nice trend break here on Costco too, guys. Nobody probably entered here, but look at the circle I'm circling. Great trend break on Costco. We definitely had that plotted for a while. Should have took advantage of that. Big supports down there, 440 to 480. Damn, what a move though. Back to Citigroup we go. Turning over. MU breaking below 81. Did you guys see that MU actually reports earnings this week? On Wednesday, we're getting MU reporting. Thursday's Carnival and then Nike. Wow. I like to let out loud cow sounds when I'm in a crowd. I can't do it, Sean. I want to moo so bad. Sniperbot shouting out Apple puts. Apple puts. Let's see. Oh, wow. No wonder it is. Uh-oh. Apple is pausing sales of the Apple Watch Series 9 and Ultra 2 in US due to patent dispute. Wow. A patent dispute with medical tech company Masimo related to blood oxygen sensing. Damn. The Apple Watch. That sucks. Wow, okay. That is very interesting. I wonder what they're going to do. There's a presidential review period. The review period will not end until December 25th. Wow, so that's interesting. Very interesting, guys. But yeah, Apple is not looking good on that news. They were also sitting right at $200, so they're rejecting off resistance. And they have this, like, little bit of news. Like, oh boy. Not good for Apple right now. Not good, not good. That breakdown looks rough. When should I enter the Apple puts? Well, probably now. SniperBot usually is pretty good. Let's see though. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, probably right now. If you want to get really technical, I have resistance around 195, maybe somewhere like right here. You'd want to enter somewhere in this range, but I would think entering now is fine. And then riding the wave. I think that there's more to it. Just consolidating a little bit at the moment. I think after this slight time of consolidation, though, we'll start to see that bigger breakdown coming in. SM says Netflix puts, NFLX. I don't know. Netflix just looks wild today. I don't know if I could do the puts right now. Maybe at some point today, I could do the puts. I just can't see it yet. There's just, wow. I know it might have looked a little different when you asked, but wow, I mean, that is just quite the break, though. Wow, let's go. Let's go. Netflix is looking awesome here. Looking fantastic. I love Netflix. I love just riding these NIO calls right now, too. Been riding them for a while. They're looking great. What's my thoughts on Google up? Sorry, I missed that one a minute ago. Google, it's actually starting to look like it's hitting resistance right now. Man, that's looking crazy. Looks like it is hitting right at resistance, 134, 134.20. Although it's not like that's like a major resistance or anything, but it filled the gap on the daily. Interesting on that. 134.50, 135 overhead resistance. Yeah, not too bad. Sorry, not too bad. I like that 134.50, 135. Huge areas over here. It might be tough to break that on Google. But I do like it up from here, actually. I'm leaning more up than I am down on this type of setup here. The problem is, it's right in this range. So, like, how long is it going to be stuck in here is the question. I would love for it to break today, but I doubt it. Check back in on Apple real quick as it pulls back up. Wow, it actually got over the area I thought would be a decent entry point now. Apple, interesting. This is an interesting one. If you're looking to enter, I would look to enter here sometime very soon on this pullback to the upside. AVGO, how's it looking? I mean, AVGO is not going to go up forever. It's going to start fucking up. I don't like it. I really do not like touching this stock right now. I think it just is blown out of proportion, I guess we'll say. It obviously has a lot of hype and momentum, but I mean, after all of what it's done, I just don't think there's any way it can keep going for too much more. I mean, how much more can it have left in the tank? I think it's definitely starting to slow. If today's candle comes in a little bit lower than yesterday's or Friday's candle, then we're going to be looking really good back to the downside, I think. And hey, if you guys are enjoying it, smash that like button. Let's go. Let's go. Hit that like. We had a lot of news this morning. We have Apple. We have U.S. Steel. NIO had news with a big $2 billion investor. I did get something over the weekend if you guys are interested. I don't know what kind of games you guys play, but if we have any like MLB players out there or anyone who plays like Gran Turismo or something, we actually got a PS5 over the weekend, which was funny. So hopefully the PS5 is fun. What price should I exit Apple? I mean, it's gonna really depend on price action and how it is at the time. I don't really like giving set levels just to exit at, because then it's just not right. You know, a lot of times it's following that momentum in the price action. But if I were to have some exact levels here, I mean, I'm looking at 194 as a nice target to the downside. 194 would be a great first target. And then after that, I have a really big support down here around 193.50. So I would say 193.50. But then again, like, I don't want people to hold too long in case it doesn't really get there. So 194 and then 193.50 for me. For stop losses, I'm looking at a few levels here. And especially this level from Friday, right around 195.80 to 196. I'm circling in the blue Y. Just so many hits off of this area. There is another resistance up here right around 196.50 as well. But at that point, I think the stop loss would be getting way too high. So I'm going to stick with the one I have here. And if you want to be really, really technical, you could maybe use this even as a stop loss, 195.20. Or you could use this small high here at 195.10. Just realize that if you exit on these shorter ones, you might need to re-enter if Apple ends up turning over a little bit harder. Re-entry is totally fine. You know, I know that a lot of you guys might not be able to re-enter because you don't have day trades or something weird, but you know, re-entering is very important to trading. But that's kind of the levels I'm looking at here. Like, bam, like right there. Do like bam, bam, bam. And then down here, bam, bam. Just gotta pick your poison. How much risk do you want, right? I don't think that this is going to be a play where you can like get a super good risk reward because you're chasing it down. Okay, it's not like you're getting in on like a resistance touch or anything like that. Like, this is a trade where you're chasing the momentum to the downside. And let me explain that a little bit better, because like if we go to like an Apple 1 minute chart and we go back to like last week, right? In pre-market here, there were lots of bounces off of this overhead resistance. Whenever the market opened, Apple took a huge dip, came all the way back up, and hit right on that level again. Let's say that you entered right here with some puts, right? That would be entering on like a resistance hit. And I kind of like some of those entries actually a little bit better, because if you see like, you know, the risk reward ratio could have been a lot better. Like, you keep a stop loss up here above these resistances, and then you're targeting somewhere like maybe the midpoint of the range, right? It's like a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1 risk reward. A lot better than like the risk reward ratio that we would get on this trade with Apple momentum. But I still like the play nonetheless. Apple has some news going on, and I like this resistance at 195. I like it quite a bit. So hopefully Apple can just turn over without getting too high first, right? That's why I was trying to wait till like here to get an entry on this 194.90 to 195-ish area, like right here. Not enough buying power, exactly. Xbox says go Series X. I don't even need an Xbox, I swear, Xbox, because I can play every Xbox game on my Samsung TV in 4K with like no bullshit. It's so good. Whoa. Hang on, guys. There we go. There we go, Palantir. Beautiful. Beautiful. Breaking the high. Share your PS5 gamer tag. Oh, crap. I don't even know it. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Here it is. I'm going to type it out for you. It's head-of-fed. Like that. Head of Fed. And if you're asking, is that like a reference to Powell or something? It actually is. It literally is. I really just play like MLB The Show, PGA Tour, 2K23, and then Gran Turismo. That's like all I play. I don't really play anything else, although I would though. Palantir, though, looking great today. Let's go, Palantir. Great recovery. Damn it, I drew on the chart by accident. Good movement, though. 1858. Breaking 1850 really well. Very nice, Palantir. What, Xbox? What?
I don't sleep well between these four walls. So many things to remember. The ghost from my past, nowhere to find me.
What? Or would you buy options on MU ahead of earnings? No, not ahead of them. Yeah, not ahead of them right now. Especially with how high MU is this year. Those earnings are going to be pretty hard to learn, I think. Or pretty hard to, not learn, but just figure out. Oh, I got you. I should make it that, yeah. My Twitter is Tom_StockedUp. If that helps. Guys, add me on Twitter and add me on Instagram too. I really get on Snapchat all the time. I Snapchat everybody. see. I know a few of you guys, like Corbin and Andrew, are always on the Snapchat. SPY looking great. Broke its high of day at 471.40. It's just consolidating up here. It's about to go on a second run, I think. Looking pretty good, though, overall. QQQ hitting resistance and coming down. This might be a good put opportunity, guys. But watch QQQ closely here over the next couple days, okay? This is a serious high, okay? Let's go. That's a pretty big level from the past few days. I mean, those are picture-perfect hits here. Right around 406.30. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. Those are great moves. Danielson beats. NIO still holding. Let's keep pushing. NIO. Come on, NIO. Hold it up. His name was Horse Junk. That's pretty funny, Xbox. Wow. That's good. Look at DAX sharp falling to gap. QQQ, NASDAQ. Hell yeah. What is DAX though? What the? DAX? Is this like the German index or something? What the? I never look at the DAX, but... Interesting. Coming down pretty hard. Honestly, if I was just looking at a chart, which, you know, I should probably base most, you know, I shouldn't worry about news and emotions at all, really. Just worry about the chart. But looking at DAX, looking great. I mean, I think it's falling off to the downside. The puts definitely look pretty fire there. DAX, interesting. QQQ, they're saying, Mohammed says QQQ and SPY follow DAX. No, they don't. They do not follow the German index. Come on. No way. DAX probably follows these stocks. The US like owns Germany practically. Yeah, I'm not believing in that one. But QQQ made a new recent high. Hopefully it makes a new all-time high soon. SPY's trying. They're both about to double top. Maybe all of the economies, they probably just all follow each other a little bit, to be real. NIO's the bastard child of the EV family. Oh, NIO. Poor thing. Xbox goes, that was my intro to online gaming. Man, I'll tell you, I've been playing the stupid game since I was like 6 years old or something. I got into old school, well, RuneScape back in the day. That game like ruined half of my life. Or did it? It probably actually helped me a lot, but god dang, that game is tough. Come on, NIO Moon. I know, right? I know others in here have played RuneScape. Let's see, we got 57 people watching. I would bet you that, like, out of the 57, I would bet probably like 25 or 20 played RuneScape before. At least once, right? Like 20 people play RuneScape. Not currently. Used to. Definitely not right now. All right, Tesla running up though. 258 resistance. Great moves by Tessie. For anyone who missed it, we were really looking at that big trend breaking on the daily chart. Both are breaking, actually. The super long-term red trend line and the shorter-term blue line are both breaking in a crazy way. Xbox goes, Tom, we made fun of people who played RuneScape. Well, when you're 6, though, RuneScape's great. Does Apple have any more downside left for today? I think so. I think that there's definitely more downside room coming in. It actually just hit off one of the levels I was suggesting as resistance. Looking great. Yeah, looking good here, Apple. This is a good point for it, actually. This is where I think that we're going to be coming down to lows of the day. And this is what I was trying to explain on stream earlier with Apple, is that whenever it was called out down here, I was circling up here and I said, we want an entry somewhere around here, right? And this is why. This is why. This is exactly why. It takes some patience. And it takes a lot of effort, but looking good. Palantir coming back down, though. That sucks. DraftKings sitting there. Disney trying to move. What about Penn? Come on, Penn. Oh, Penn. Penn's not looking too hot, guys. Oh, well, Xbox... there is people who make fun of people for RuneScape. I figured you were serious. I've definitely gotten some shit for playing that game before. I've gotten lots of shit for that one. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was in like the 5th grade and Call of Duty MW2 came out, man, that's all we loved. But, you know, RuneScape was still always there. But I've definitely taken a lot of shit for that game before. Come on, Apple, let's go. Let's get that candle going, come on. What do I think about Crocs? Please don't tell me this is the shoe brand. Oh my god, it is. I don't know. As fashion, I can't get into them. As the stock, man, I don't know. The setup's very weird. I gotta go with neutral on this one. I don't know enough about them, unfortunately, and the chart just, it doesn't really wow me. I mean, maybe if there's a trend line here, let's see if there's a trend lining up or something. I mean, yeah, I mean, there kind of actually is, now that I'm doing this. There literally is a trend. Interesting. It's also right at resistance, I'm seeing as well. Oh, man. Look at that, guys. See, you can turn nothing into something. If you can, you know, chart a little bit. Trying to identify those big resistances, supports, trends. Consistent areas where the stock moves is what you want to find. Crocs are the fuggliest shoes. That's exactly what I'm saying. My buddy that I work out with, he wears Crocs every night. Or every day. Except in the winter. Yeah, hitting right on resistance though with Crocs. Definitely watch it to run up to like the 120 area up here. I'm tempted to sell my NIO. It's making me mad now. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll still do pretty good here for a little while. Maybe not today, but let's see where we are as far as resistance goes. I mean, it is getting pretty damn close to resistance, so. Xbox. All right, Boeing, let's go. Come on now. Look at that 5-minute chart. Trying to come back. Has good intraday support. Uh-oh, guys. Is this where Boeing goes on its run for the day? Holy crap. It's looking pretty fire again. How much more can this one go? Come on now, Apple. Or I mean, Boeing. Apple needs to come on too, though. Damn, Apple. Yep. That would be a stop-loss trigger for me. And re-entry now is on the books. Yeah. Stop-loss trigger, re-entry now. If there's going to be a downtrend, I would just re-enter at this point. Personally. Puts are tough in a market that's so hot. It's really tough whenever the SPY's running up like this to short Apple. They did have news, but I mean, it wasn't like iPhones or anything. It was definitely bad news, though. I would have thought maybe there was more downside to that, but the setup was actually looking really good off resistance here. It tried. Let's eye it up. Just make sure you have your stop losses in place somewhere so that you can, you know, have a certain level there. Evernight's down 25%. I don't know how much like risk you're used to taking Evernight or like how big of positions you enter with. I really only like to risk like 2 to 3% of my account on any day trade. So I don't know the percentages on yours, but that's going to come into play on whether or not you should hold it. Like if you put way too much of your account into this options or into these options, and then like let's say 30% is gonna wipe out like a big chunk of your account, then you might want to keep the stop more towards 20 or 25. If it's not if it's not gonna kill you, you might want to do like 30 to 35% on this one. as long as it won't kill your account, I think 30 to 35% will give it a better chance to work. But it really depends on that risk on the account. Xbox said, do you have any Xmas lights up yet? No, I don't. Not yet, Xbox. Not yet. With having the baby and everything, we just have not gotten around to that at all. Not this year. I really love Christmas lights, though. If you guys have Christmas lights on your house, go throw them in the off-topic channel. I want to see them. Let's go. I love Christmas lights, though. It's one of my favorite things. I'm with you, Jason. I could see that. I could see that as well. Now, I don't think that they'll necessarily buy the company that has that tech, but they might make like a deal with them or something, I would guess. Xbox has one strand of lights. Lamp. L-A-M-P. Ah, that's funny. Yeah, exactly, Jason. That's what I was thinking. Something like they'll pay them off or, you know, pay them to use for the rights to use that or something like that. But there is actually a presidential review going on with Apple, if you guys didn't see it. Joe Biden has until December 25th to review the order, and he could actually do a presidential veto on this, which is crazy. And apparently Apple disagrees with the order anyways, and is pursuing a range of legal and technical options. So yeah, they'll get something done, I'm sure, but Palantir intraday now looking kind of rough. Man, I was hoping Palantir would go on a better run than this today, but maybe later. Yep, Apple running up into resistance from Friday. If you guys are still in, there's a huge resistance here up around like 195.80 to 196. That's why I suggested Evernight might go to like 30, 35% on the account, depending on, or on this play, depending on the account size, because I really feel like that this overhead resistance here is going to be pretty hard for Apple to break, but I don't know, this uptrend's been pretty stiff. I just don't want it to shake everybody out. And then obviously, like, be ready for an entry, guys. Like, if you see a major resistance hit or something, be ready for a possible re-entry. Re-entry is something that is very important sometimes in options trading because these stocks are so volatile. Evernight said that definitely hurt. Yeah, you must be going in too deep in the plays, Evernight, if that hurts you, because one loss should never hurt. Like, literally, it should never hurt you. One loss should be nothing. If you have, you know, if you're doing things right. What's the next entry of Apple? So, SM, you have to really sit here and wait. you've got to wait for it and then start to identify a better downtrend coming in. I really like this intraday support if we're going to get really technical here. I really like this intraday support right at 195.20. I would think that if Apple can fall back below there with some good momentum, I think it could be a possible good re-entry point there. If you want to be a little bit safer, waiting for one of these lower levels to break, like probably like 194.70 would probably be a much better option for you, but those are a couple of possible re-entry points there. Apple looking up. Yeah, it is. That SPY in that market just so resilient right now. Gotta get some water. Hang on. Got the agua. Whenever I was gonna sign up for the Marines when I turned 18, they always called it agua. They're like, you gotta drink your agua. I thought that was funny. It always stuck with me ever since I heard it. Citigroup. Coming back down today. No, Citigroup. All right, watch list. What are we looking like now? Meta, nice. Saw a few of you guys talking about Meta. It's actually about to make new highs of the year if it hasn't yet. There they are. It did it. Yeah, the Bulls are definitely happy today. All right, Apple, turn over for us. Evernight's down 154 bucks. 37% of what used to be my account. Man, Evernight. Yeah, you went way too deep, I guess, on this one. How did you even... Is that just today, Evernight, or... Evernight, have you thought about any of the big money plays lately? Have you been following any at all? Like, for example, like, you know, buying and swinging some NIO call options, or like, something along the lines of that. I mean, there's been a lot of great big money plays Evernight lately. They've been really popping off. I mean, some of these have been like insanely good, you know? I don't think that we've had one bad one lately. They've all done great. Let me add the date on this one. Hang on. Like, a lot of these swing plays have been great off of supports, and there's been a lot of opportunities on these support plays lately. You know, Zoom was a good one that we did a little while ago too. Great swing on that one to the upside. Also, just having shares has been great too. Like, man, as this market's went up, wow, I mean, this is why, like, buying and holding shares for the longer term is just so important. So, so, so important, guys. Oh, that's good, Evernight. Keep adding to that account, Evernight. You know, keep putting money in and keep, I would start picking up some shares. You know, maybe do like 75% of your account into some good shares and then just options with like the other 25%. You know, that way you always have that backup going. I think that'd be a great way to go. I throw like 80% of my account in shares and only trade with like 20% of it, so. Probably even less. I probably trade with even less than that, actually. I'm going to start following the big money plays. Ant said, set it and forget it. Yes, Ant. They've been doing so good lately. And that doesn't mean that, you know, just to go out and just start randomly buying every single thing you find. But, like, here's a short-term one that's done pretty well is FXI. FXI, this was a play from last week, around the end of last week. Somebody put 3.5 million into the 24.85 calls on December 14th, which was Thursday. Now FXI actually fell a little bit, so you might be able to enter into this big money play now, and it's down around support. You're probably getting a fantastic entry on FXI right now. If you were looking at like a play to follow here, it's the 24.85 calls for March 15th, 2024. Let me go check those out. FXI. 24.85 calls, March 15th. All right, so they're going right now for about like $77 or something. Definitely a fairly good price. Very cheap. So like right now, Evernight, these options are costing like 77 bucks a pop, 80 bucks a pop right now, essentially. You know, I don't know how large the account is, but like, let's just say you're swinging, I think swinging like 2 to 3 of these could be fantastic for you over the next few months, couple months maybe. And here's what we're looking at on the chart. We're not even looking for anything too crazy. Like, we just want to see like a retest of like 24.80, somewhere like up there into this resistance. That's really all we'd want. Obviously, the more the merrier, but once we get to here, you could sell like one of the contracts and lock in some gains, and then you can hold the other 2, or you can sell 2 here and then hold 1 and hope for more uptrend, which could definitely happen with the uptrend. Yeah, Evernight, honestly, with that amount, I'll just be real. You shouldn't be trading right now. If that's all you have, you really shouldn't. It's not a realistic number that's gonna work out. It never does, and it's just not realistic with that amount right there. So, you know, I'm just being blunt and honest here. But this is something where like you're gonna want to start to buy some shares, add money into your account, and once you start getting that account up into like the $3,000, $4,000 range, then start doing the 20%. But don't just keep like gambling with like only 250, because it doesn't give you the amount of risk. It's not good for risk. It's really not. You lose one trade and you're like, you know, you're blowing up the account. So it's like, you know, I hate to say it that way, but that's just how it is. Sean said, I day trade with like 5 to 10%, but it ramps up sometimes. Yeah, see, you day trade with 5 to 10%, Sean, but your stop losses are like what? Like 2%, 3%, you know, it wouldn't be like you're losing that whole 5% of that play that you got into it, but I do too, Ant. I do too. And I am not a fan of the big money plays on like the pharma stocks. If it's like a pharmaceutical stock or something, I'm not usually a big fan of playing the big money play on that one. But if it's a different stock like Peloton or like MRVL or like GLD or something, then they look pretty fire. MRCY is very interesting, a defense company. This one was the big money play from last night. This stock is up around resistance. If it can break out of this resistance here, that big money play will pop off. So I'll keep Mercy on the radar, but I call it Mercy. It's Mercury. MRCY, though, is the ticker. SEDG is another big money play recently that was called out on December 11th. Unfortunately, now it already popped off quite a bit, but as it falls, you might be able to catch an entry on this one somewhere. Jason says Microsoft. MSFT. Come on, MSFT. Oh boy, Jason. Did that thing hit resistance or what? Sheesh, that's a pretty hard pullback right here. Those are some pretty volatile red candles going on. How's SPY? SPY's pulling back. QQQ. Apple. Come on, Apple. There we go. There we go, Apple. There we go. I knew this upper level would be tough for it to break. We'll have to see, though. It seems like everything's starting to turn back over, which is a great sign right now. This little support broke on Apple at 195.20. Evernight said, so should I just buy shares and stop doing options? Honestly, I would. I would stop doing options right now, Evernight. I definitely would. I would quit doing options for now, and I would start to grab shares of some companies low. I know that in the beginning, it's going to seem like you're not really getting a lot out of it, but as you add money in, you'll start to see that, you know, be a lot more consistent. Now, keep in mind that with shares, I have to say this because, you know, it's a big deal is that, like, now look, you can't be out here buying, like, GameStop, you know, or, like, AMC or bullshit like that. Like, you got to look at stuff with, like, real growth potential. Maybe stuff like NIO or, like a Zoom or, like, Disney. You know, Disney's super low right now. This one's a great one to start. I mean, it's not like it's at 80 anymore, but like picking up 1 to 2 shares here with your account and then like waiting for it to maybe fall or something or go up. Just it's a good stock to hold. You know, it's probably going to go up longer term, and you can park that cash there and let it grow at a pretty decent amount, I think, with Disney over the next couple years. It's just going to take a while. Can you do an account challenge next year, Tom? 1K to 10K challenge. I mean, maybe on that, Mike, but those challenges are kind of stupid. I'll be honest with you. Like, somebody who takes 1,000 to 10,000 in a very short time frame, they are generally going to be doing very, very risky trades that most people, like I would say like 95% of people, are not going to be able to follow or do on their own. So it really is going to give you like a really bad, like false sense of like hope, I guess, like we'll say, with an account challenge like that. Maybe something more realistic would be like 1,000 to 4,000 or something. Still though, even at that, pretty damn risky, because you're going to have to get into something really risky at the beginning. And if you fuck up the very first trade with that $1,000 account, it's over. So like those challenges are kind of silly, Mike, because here's what I don't like is it's really not a good thing to do, because people they'll do the challenge 10 times, right? How many times do you think that these people do these challenges and fail? Like they'll start out with a challenge and it'll fail, and then they'll be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna start another 1,000 challenge. That one fails. Well, let's try another one. Fails. Let's do another one. Fails. And then they'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try again. They'll do $1,000 challenge. They'll hit on something. It'll take their account from like 1,000 to 10,000 in like 2 weeks or a week or something. And they'll be like, holy shit, you know? I don't think that's realistic. You know, you're gonna have to be getting like multiple 100% trades in a row and stuff. I mean, that's just, you're just talking about silliness at that point. Of it being like realistic, you know? Now, here's a much better way to go about it, is maybe like a $10,000 challenge. Let's see how much we could grow like a $10,000 account. Maybe we'll do like a ton of like share buying. We'll do a lot of cash secure puts to get shares, and then we'll do covered calls, and we'll run the wheel strategy. And every night, whenever I say to start doing shares and stuff, keep in mind, you can start selling options once you get those. Once you start picking up the shares every night, you can start selling these options. If you've ever lost on calls or puts, just imagine you could have been shorting those and selling them to somebody who's losing on them. So just think about it that way. Like everything that you've ever lost on like options in that way, you could have just been shorting that option and have taken that gain away. And whenever you short options, if you do it right, you know, you usually have like a 70 to 90% chance to win. I generally only short ones that I'll have like a 80% chance plus to win on. But you got to start trying to get those shares so you can get into those more advanced plays, because you need a little bit bigger of an account for those. Let's see Boeing here. Nice support down here at 260.43, 260.40. Hey, just wanted to let you guys know, though, there is going to be some pretty big updates coming to the Discord here before the end of the year. So just wanted to throw that out there. And hey, if anybody out there missed out on the turkey deal, be ready, because there's going to be another good deal coming for the end of 2023. So be ready, guys. If you missed out on the turkey, there's another good opportunity coming. There's going to be a lot of big updates coming to SurgeBot. Seriously, you guys will love these updates on SurgeBot. It's going to make it much more streamlined. You guys will seriously like these updates a lot better than the current version, which only shows like power and, you know, calls out a couple trades here and there. This one's going to be a lot, it's going to follow the momentum a lot more, we'll just say. So I think you guys will enjoy that. Whoa, Mike gets married Saturday. Hey, congratulations, Mike. Hell yeah. That's nice. Congrats to you guys, Mike. I wish you guys the best. Thanks for my invitation to the damn wedding, though, Mike. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. Corbin's been working his ass off trying to get his account back up. Nice, Corbin. Yeah, just keep putting that money in there. Grab those shares. Let them play out. And then obviously, you know, use some of that money for some fun options. Hell yeah, Sean. Surge updates coming. Let's go. You're going live? Oh, that's pretty funny. Maybe I will watch some of it. Man, I gotta get married soon, too. $261.45 support here on Boeing, starting to break a little bit to the downside. Let's go check in on our friends at SPY. Ooh, also starting to come down. Apple looking a lot better now. There we go. That overhead resistance was huge there. Man, Evernight, if you could have pushed that stop to 30, 35%, like I said, that could have been a lot better maybe. Definitely having that stop, a little bit further on this one was going to be fairly good. That overhead level's tough. It's tough, like, when you know the option's gonna go down, but you're like, my account's getting blown up, right? Like, Evernight, like, imagine if you would have had, like, a larger account. Your emotions may have been more, like, in check, and you could have just let the play go. You know what I mean? Sometimes. He says I'd still be down. Well, it's, I guess, yeah. It's, like, right around where I figured we would be entering. But let's see how it goes, though. I have a feeling it could still break that low of day, but Apple's a tough one today. Very choppy. It is a tough one. Let's see DXY. Let's go look at the dollar real quick. Man, the US dollar's coming alive today, huh? Yeah, doing pretty good. And the US dollar chart actually looks just like a chart of oil. We've looked at this before, but very, very close. Yeah, like I said earlier, Mohammed, like, I wouldn't be bearish just because of DAX. I would be more bearish because if we go to a daily chart of QQQ, it's making a double top where it's hitting that all-time high. Same thing with SPY. It's also hitting its all-time high. It's definitely not going to just follow DAX. You know, like, the US companies are the biggest companies in the world, and it's the biggest market. They're going to follow us more than the other way, but at least, you know, where the most money is, I guess we'll say. We'll just say it that way. Check out the link in Discord I sent. Good luck with your wedding, Tom. Get a wedding planner. Yeah, I do need to get one. Hey, nice. Thank you. Awesome. Brandy and Brandon Thomas's wedding. That is pretty cool. Oh, crap. I didn't mean to bring that up there, though. Unless you guys wanted it to be. Wow, that's nice. How we met? Oh, that's cool. Has a whole story and everything. That's nice. You guys look great in that picture, too. Speaking of picture time, guys, let's do picture time with, I haven't really shown my daughter off too much here on the stream, so let's try to put her up here a little bit. Get some pictures going. There she is sleeping. My mom had picture time at her house this weekend, so there she is sleeping. Everybody says that she looks like me. It's funny. Now she'll be awake on some of these pictures. You'll get to see her. All her pictures and stuff. Yeah, she tried dressing her up in like in some outfits and stuff too. I was laughing. I like this one. Her eyes are popping. She scratched her poor face open though. Might have to cut her nails here soon. It's weird, you have to cut her nails with like a Dremel tool. I'm sitting there going like, what? Dremel tool to cut the nails, but she had her all dressed up, didn't she? My mom's got the Petromart up in the background. That's funny. The Petromart. I practically grew up living on Petromart when I was young. No, I'm just kidding. I've had so many sodas from there, though. That's it. This picture's probably my favorite. I like this one the most, I think. But that's it for picture time. All right, QQQ, how we doing? Rejecting at the resistance. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty huge overhead level there on the QQQ. Come on, Spy. Microsoft, how we doing? Down to support, okay. Let me get this up for someone. E-Whispers. Earningswhispers.com.
I don't sleep well contained in these four walls. So many things to remember. The ghosts from my past.
I'm thinking of buying 15 shares of NIO. What level should I wait for? I wouldn't wait for anything. Here's what you should do on NIO. You should buy in right now. So you're looking at 15 shares. I'd probably buy in with like half the position now. So I'd probably pick up like 7 shares here every night. And then I would keep 8 shares so that you can buy in again if it falls. So here's what we want to do. You're going to buy in right here, okay? And you're going to hold it and let it go for a little while. And if the shares start to fall, then you're going to re-buy in down here around like 735 or 740. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring your average price to like right here on the X, okay? And that's what we want. And we want you to grab the shares now. Well, not we, I guess me. I would rather you grab the shares now so that if it does start to explode, you can still be in here and reap those benefits, obviously, of it going up. Now, you might not have the total position, but at least you'll have part of it. Obviously, when you get more into like larger account sizes, this can be a little bit better, you know, because like, you know, it'll be like you're talking hundreds of shares instead of only like 10. But that is kind of what I would do here, is just grab like a starter position, like 7 shares, and then look to maybe buy more if it drops to a certain level, we'll say. Like maybe buy like 3 more as it gets to like 790, and then maybe 3 more again as it hits 750, and then 2 as it hits 720, or, you know, something like that. Have a plan in mind, though, after you buy the first one to start to get into the extras. But definitely leave that room there so that you can keep buying those shares. And that's the whole big thing that I do with share buying. Is this is exactly what I do every night with most of my setups, most of my plays. I'm buying shares, and it'll like, you know, the stock will be doing this all over the place, and I'll just be like buying shares, getting in, and, you know, it'll go sideways and go whack for a little while, and then eventually, whenever that company starts to do a little bit better and pop off a little bit, then you're reaping the benefits. Let's go back and actually look at a big situation lately, because there's been a lot of good ones. Let's look at DraftKings, okay? DraftKings. Look at this stock, the way it was falling, right? Whenever this stock was falling, I got in a little bit early. I think my first entry was like somewhere up here, and then I had to average in again, and 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 again. And now my average price is like right here on the X. Okay? After all the averaging ins, it's like 24. So, you know, you're never going to be perfect with it. And like, look at how I was holding through a loss for so long. Like, you know, like a lot of people, they would be sitting there staring at this loss, and they would be like, oh my God, I need to sell it, you know, or something, you know. But you just got to realize that that's the plan. That's the plan. You want to get in while it's going a little bit lower. You don't want to be buying into like Nvidia up at the fucking top or something like this. Now, look, if Nvidia looked just like this, but the stock was like way down here at support, then I'd be saying, let's go. It's time for Nvidia, right? But it's not. It's way too high at the moment. But that's exactly what I like to do every night, is just buy in, average into these companies and let it go. Disney's another one, man. Another one. I'm in the process of doing this one with Disney right now. The thing's been going down. I've been buying shares at like 100, and then at 92, and then at 90, and then at 84, and then at 86. And now my average price is like 89 after all of it. So now I'm still sitting pretty. Now I don't want to buy anymore unless it falls under 89. But I can still grab it here. Honestly, I think anything under 100 is fine for Disney, honestly. Anything under 100 is great. If you're owning Disney under 100 and you can hold it for 5 years, I think you'll be ecstatic when the time comes. But right now, obviously, it's just in that buying phase of like averaging in and picking up those shares. And I know you might not like Disney, but, you know, we take the opportunities when they come. Zoom's another one. You know, starting to consolidate a lot down here, breaking a trend line, averaging in a lot, you know, on the way down, like bam, 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 averaging in. And as this thing starts to uptrend, then you'll reap those benefits. And I promise you, nothing feels more fulfilling or better than whenever your long-term stocks that you're holding start going up. Nothing feels better than that. Like, whenever you catch a day trade and you turn, like, you know, $500 into, like, 2,000 or 3,000 or something, like, at the snap of your fingers, obviously that's cool. But it just doesn't feel as, like, fulfilling or something as this does whenever they do play out. Maybe just because you've been in it so long or something, but... Are you still bullish on Peloton? No, not really, Eric. Peloton's a stock that personally, I am not a big fan of this one. I know there was a recent big money play on this one out to 2025. Now, the big money play could be pretty good. I think that for going out to 2025 and holding the 10 strike calls might actually play out really well because there's just so much time on this play. But I'm not a big fan of Peloton personally for the long term. I'm just not a big fan of this company. I felt like at one point they could have done okay, but they didn't, obviously. I've never really bought too many shares, I don't think, of this one, if any. And yeah, at this point, you know, they make those like in-home like bikes that you ride and crap. I mean, let's be real, guys. I mean, they're essentially just the same thing as like any other, you know, bike, like in-home bike. Like, you know, obviously Pelotons are like what show up first, but you know, like just go on Amazon, look at exercise bikes. Like, I mean, like, what are you gonna get? The $1,200 Peloton one, or are you just gonna get like a normal bike, you know, for $200? Like, I just think Peloton, I think that they'll last. I'm not totally sure on them myself, but. Do you have any plays to look out for today? One big one that comes to mind on me right now is QQQ. I'm really sitting here waiting for this overhead resistance to break, and then maybe some calls will be the way to go. But it looks like it's just rejecting off of there now, so really no play on that one at the moment. I was looking at Meta a lot today. It's been breaking out, but again, it's a little bit too high at the moment now. Amazon was on watch too, but it's also kind of too high. CCJ actually looks pretty good. You're looking for something with momentum. I do like this one. Rivian was looking pretty good earlier. This one could be fun if they break 2350. It's a smaller, you know, EV stock. MGM has been on a ripper lately. They're starting to recover up slightly intraday. Maybe if they could break 44, somewhere like an entry there could be okay. KO or Coca-Cola. I wouldn't trade this one today, but it's looking good. The oil stocks I was really hoping would be better today, but Walmart's popping. AMD is starting to fall off. I think puts are looking fairly good on AMD. Nvidia might be pulling back too. Guys, Nvidia just hit $500. Literally just hit it. Peloton has a social network. Yeah, I bet they do. The social network. I know that they have like that stuff where you can like watch the videos on the bikes and stuff. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like, I don't know. If you're like a rich stay-at-home housewife who needs friends or something, maybe that's good. What do they like watch each other while they ride bikes? That's kind of funny. It keeps you accountable. Oh, I guess I could see that. I don't know. I wouldn't be doing that, but I see what you mean now. Oh, a personal trainer FaceTimes you. Oh, wow. Okay, okay. Now you're making it sound a little bit better. I have a treadmill with a screen. Okay, groups of 10 ride at the same workout. Okay. Man, I mean, that's cool, but I don't know. It just seems a little bit strange to me, but I bet people like it though. Obviously, though, their stock has sucked, so something hasn't been going right for them. They definitely need a turnaround. I will say, though, Zoom hasn't been much better, so I'm not just going to nitpick on Peloton. You know, Zoom's kind of sucked, too. SQs suck. Although they came way back lately, but... They're not as trash as you make them sound. Oh, well, see, I still think that they're total trash because they cost like $1,200. I would never buy that. I would never buy that bike. I would just buy like the $250 one on Amazon or something and just call it a deal there. That's why I think that they're so trash, is just the price, number one. And number two, if I'm being honest, I really think that those classes online and stuff are really stupid. And I'll bet a lot of people do too. I think that's why the stock's so bad. But I don't really care, man. Peloton's just Peloton. I don't give a shit at the end of the day. I just care about the company moving. It seems like a fantastic bike. I'm not saying that. Just the price is shitty. It just don't seem worth it for the price. And then I think you even have to pay subscriptions and stuff, which is even worse. But now you're talking really bad to me. But girls like it. They're social creatures. Maybe, but I don't think that they like it that much, though. I think you might be... I don't know. They might use it like 2 times and then not really love it. I don't know. I don't know one person that owns one, so I'll just let that do the talking for itself. But literally, I don't know one person who owns one of those. Not one. And I know lots of women, I promise. All right, let's go to SQ again. Big support here, right around 73.50. Let's see. Nice. Some people struggle to stay interested without the entertainment. That's sort of my issue. I like the distraction from the people in the video. For sure, Xbox. See, like, we have a treadmill in my house, and I really like watching it on the screen. Like, I'll hook up, like, Netflix or, like, I honestly just watch, like, YouTube videos. I used to run on it a lot more. I would do, like, 20 to 25-minute running sessions on there. And, like, fast jog. Not, like, running, but, I couldn't have done it, I don't think, without having the screen there. I would have been way too bored, so I could see that. Guys, why don't we make our own? Let's just buy the Amazon bike and we'll just put a screen on it. And let's buy the Amazon bike. Let's buy a $200 iPad, put them on there, and we'll sell them ourselves. Let's do it. And we'll come up with some really fun classes. We'll call it stocked up training or something. That'd be kind of cool. NIO. Oh, 10 miles. Yeah, that's a long time. Tom, your mom and aunt don't count. Xbox. That's pretty good, Xbox. That was a good one. That was a good one. Oil companies are all over the top gainers list. I know, right? But they're like pulling back. I was looking at them this morning on my watch list too. They're definitely around the top. Like up here, we got ZOM, Oxy. I mean, there's tons more that are doing better. Crude oil itself is up 3%, guys. I mean, we're talking crude oil itself is up 3%, so that's good. It looks like crude's up more than 3% fairly often, but just no wonder they're moving. ZOM and Oxy are kind of at supports on the year, too. Which is nice. I feel like these supports are about to give out. I don't know. How do you guys feel about these supports up here? I feel like they're going to give out sometime eventually, you know? I would love the oil up. Trust me, there were a lot of people who never thought oil stocks would get here. Trust me, like whenever we were doing streams and stuff before, no one ever thought it would get up to this point, but I'm really glad that it's held here, but I don't know, I feel like that support's gonna give. Yeah, most of that was pre-market, yeah. Definitely pre-market, because crude oil futures, they move so much with foreign markets. So much. Sometimes it'll have huge overnight moves with like news from Saudi Arabia or China or something. We know that, Carlo. Good shit. Every night has 50 bucks left in buying power. What other shares are a good idea? Let me see if I can get you on something here. Ah, it's a little too high right now. I like silver. You just have to get in at the right time.
Where there is smoke, there is fire.
Let's see, 50 bucks in buying power. Need some shares. Disney's too expensive. I do like Zoom down here. There's another recovery play. If you're interested in something like Zoom, I think this could be a great one here in the short term. Anything under 75 bucks, I'm okay with owning Zoom at. So as long as you're happy owning it under 75, you know, that's more than 50 though too. Hang on. Shares under 50. I would say just buy a portion of NIO. Buy like 0.7 NIO or something. You know, try to buy as much of it as you can. You don't always have to own a whole share of something. You can buy more. No. BTG Gold. Oh, B2 Gold Corp. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what. This is actually... That is a great idea, Steve. Steve, that is awesome of you. Great looks here. This is actually awesome, Evernight. BTG, B2 Gold Corp. This could be pretty damn good here with gold being so high. Oh my gosh, this could be really good for this company soon. I actually am a fan of this one. I like that a lot. It's cheap. It's $3 a share. I would say go with either gold if you want to, Evernight, or you could choose like something like Tilray, T-L-R-Y, or you could do PLNH for Planet 13. Planet 13 is a huge marijuana complex in Las Vegas, and they have other locations too, but it's the biggest marijuana dispensary in the world. In the world, they say. It's like a Walmart supercenter, but for marijuana. So check out PLNH and Tilray if you don't want to check out BTG. But I was trying to find something with metals that would be a good thing for you to get into. B2 Gold Corp is great. If you don't want them, GDX which is VanEck Gold Miners ETF. I think that'll be awesome too, but I really like that BTG. That's not a bad one at all. It has a nice double bottom down here on support at 280. It's right around $3, which is support too. I mean, this is looking awesome on the chart. Keep in mind though, you know, Evernight, you'd have to buy these and hold them for a while. Wow, Steve found it last night. I've actually looked at BTG a lot over the years. I've looked at it before, but it's been a long time. When I say the years, you know, obviously like the past few, but...
I'm gonna kill you for this.
Yeah, that's it, Evernight. B2 Gold Corp. You can go check out their website too. I'm looking at it in the background. It looks pretty interesting. Nice. They have gold mines in Mali, Nambia, and the Philippines. A mine is under construction in northern Canada, and numerous development exploration projects in various countries, including Mali, Colombia, Finland. Nice. Total consolidated gold production of between... Wow. 1 million ounces of gold in 2023. That's a lot, guys. And keep in mind that they're mining this gold while gold is up around all-time highs. So keep in mind that that's probably going to make help them a tremendous amount. So Foreman's going to start growing his own. That'd be fun. Nice, though. I like that. BTG. All right, SPY making a new high of day here again. Wow, Apple turning back over, but still staying fairly low overall. Microsoft sitting here. Tilray brand, you said. Yeah, TLRY. And I think that even PLNH could be even better. I really do think PLNH could be even better, but the marijuana stocks are going to be a little bit riskier. I would think that BTG would be a little bit safer than these, but if you hold the marijuana stocks for a while, they should pay off pretty damn well. Now, obviously, though, you're going to want to get like a few $100 into these at some point, but I think even just buying these and holding them could be pretty damn good. All right, Boeing, let's look at it. Come on. How's Tesla? Nice, Tesla's coming back, guys. It's holding 255 as support. That would be really good if Tesla could get another nice green candle here. I mean, the trend breaking right now is just insane, guys. It's so good to see trends break like this. And they just had the truck news. I mean, get ready for Tesla to fucking explode, guys. It's sitting right there. It's not like a true confirmation yet, But like, if there's another green candle tomorrow, I mean, that's confirmation. If there's one more green candle tomorrow, we're gonna have to call it confirmation, literally. So let's fucking see it. Thought about making my own liquor brand, but ew, people who drink. I feel you there, Corbin. Yeah, it's not the best to promote that stuff, but you know, talking about it with the stock though is totally fine. Like TLRY or like, you know, PLNH or something. That's totally cool. Totally cool. No, I don't have any Tesla. Not right now. Not right now. It might be a play for me soon, though, with the way it's looking. All right, guys. Well, we're probably going to have to call the stream here. I really appreciate you guys watching and sticking with us, though, today. We went a little bit longer. I'm glad you guys stuck with us here. Tesla's having a good day, but that market is just continuing to make a, you know, break out here. It's looking awesome. Let's go, SPY. Love to see that. Holding support very well, but I appreciate you guys joining up today. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday. Be ready for tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit more fun. We have some economic data in the morning with building permits, housing starts. Nothing too crazy, actually. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong week, but Thursday, we have the GDP numbers, the jobless claims, PCE index. So let's go, guys. Let's go. Going to be a fun end of the week. We have earnings tomorrow with FedEx, and then Wednesday with Micron. Let's keep seeing that good movement today. Hopefully we can find some better breakouts throughout Discord. I'm still watching QQQ on its resistance. It's about to break. If you guys are looking for a play today, maybe set an alert here on QQQ at 406.52. That's where I'm putting my alert, right around 406.50. If it breaks there, I think that we could see some more bullish price action coming in. Looking great today. Amazon starting to point back up again too. Let's go, guys. There's still some plays out there, so just don't forget about those resistances. Let's make them break. See you guys later.